This next clip is me. Yep, it is. And 6 skinny jeans you got there, man.
Before Infinite would take over the internet with his YouTube channel where he posts everything from list videos to reactions to gaming clips and more.
That kid actually just climbed the whole house. What the heck?
Before Infinite would begin dating fellow YouTube superstar Kira Bridget this past year.
Mystery riddles.
Mystery riddles!
Jesus!
Now I actually met these two kids at a 2020 New Year's Eve party, and let me just tell you, these lovebirds, they couldn't keep their hands off one another. It was a beautiful sight. Before Infinite would have over 115,000 followers on Twitter, over 1.4 million followers on Instagram, and almost 20 million subscribers on YouTube across 2 different channels at the time of this recording. For the record, Twitter, if you're watching this video, will give your boy a Twitter checkmark. I mean, he's been working long and hard and he's certainly famous. Now, Infamous, or if you know him from his previous handle of Infinite Lists, his real name is Cunningham, and if you haven't been paying attention, well, this kid, he is dominating the YouTube game, and he's come a long way from his early years where he was living in a trailer and later working as a pizza boy. Now, he's seen massive exponential growth since he first hit 100,000 subscribers. That was back in 2016, and it all started with water bottle flips. Now, at the time, Infinite, he was still a teenager and searching the internet for the most epic water bottle supercut he could possibly find. Now, much to his own surprise, well, he couldn't find one, so taking the initiative, well, he decided to make his own. And boom! Well, there goes the dynamite.
Today I was thinking of video ideas, and I was doing water bottle flips just randomly, just for fun, and I was like, why don't I make a top 5 craziest water bottle flips video?
He posted that video to his channel on September 1st, 2016, and since it was the only one of its kind, well, it went incredibly viral. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Michael McCredden back at it again with a brand new video, this time taking a look at the come up of Infinite and a brand new Before Their Famous video. Now, we reached out to Kalos himself, and he actually helped us out answering a bunch of our questions. So for this video, you're actually gonna get some inside deets that you probably haven't ever heard before. Now, as always, be sure to let us know who you want us to feature next. We have a playlist dedicated to all sorts of YouTubers. All right, now I'll see you after that intro. Hey, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell. Boom! Infinite was born Kalis Quinn Cunningham on August 8, 1997 in Spokane, Washington to Shelley and Jamie Cunningham. Now, he stuck around Spokane for the majority of his life, and he grew up alongside his 2 older brothers, Jake, who's now 26, and Keegan, who's now 30.
So as you may know, my real name is Kalis. Yes, it's a little bit of a different name. My mom and dad couldn't agree on one name, so they decided to mix 2 names together, Caden and Talus.
Now, at first, he actually lived in a trailer with his entire family, but after his parents, they got separated when he was only 2 years old. Well, he, his brothers, and his mom, they moved into a new home of their own. Now, as a youngster, his biggest hobbies, they included skateboarding and video games, especially Call of Duty.
Oh, and also I was obsessed with video games. I remember when the DS Lite came out, and I literally begged my mom so much if I could get it.
But young Kalis, he also had an artistic side to himself. Now, his dad, he was something of an artist, and he passed along the love of drawing to his young son. Now, for elementary school, Kalis, he attended a very strict private school. You know, the type of place that it makes you wear a collared shirt, dress pants, and shiny shoes. Yeah, I hate those myself. Now, they even had a rule that guys, they couldn't grow their hair long, which was a problem for Kalis because he loved to keep his luscious locks as lengthy as possible. By the time he was a teenager, well, Kalis, he was going to public school at Central Valley High, where he was always something of an average student. He earned himself predominantly B's and C's, but the only class he really enjoyed, it was art. But hey, at least they would let him grow his hair as long as he could. Now then, around the age of 13 or 14, well, Kalis, he decided to try his hand at YouTube, purely just for fun. Now, the first video he ever posted, it was of himself skateboarding in his backyard, and seeing as this is before they were famous, well, we found the clip. Now, at the time, he was a huge fan of FaZe Clan. In fact, their gaming videos were the reason he got into YouTube in the first place.
One of my friends showed me this Call of Duty team called FaZe Clan. Now, I thought this team was so cool because they would trick shot. I decided that I wanted to try trick shotting on Call of Duty. I got pretty decent at it, so my friends were like, hey, you should start a YouTube channel where you can post your trick shots. So that is exactly what I did. I made a YouTube channel.
Now, after discovering their channel, well, he began posting his own gaming-inspired content thanks to his passion for FaZe, and he told the Spokesman Review, I tried that out for a while, didn't really work out too much, but it was still really fun to post videos. Then I changed from there, tried to do different things, and that's where the whole Infinite listings came from. Now, in the meantime, he worked a couple odd jobs, like at a pizza place called Papa Murphy's, where he stuck around for 2 years. Then he got his very first check from YouTube in 2016 while he was still working at the pizza joint. Now, according to Kalis, well, this was for around $200, so his YouTube career, well, it was still a bit of a side gig for the time being, especially considering that he was pulling in close to $1,000 a month working at Papa Murphy's. Now, as Kalis continued to play around with YouTube, he came to the realization that you can actually make a living while doing something that you love. And while it would take him quite a while to accomplish this goal, well, he now had an end game in mind. Now, eventually, Kalis, he moved on to community college at Eastern Washington University, but that didn't last too long because the 30-minute commute, well, it was eating into his sleeping-in habit. Now, he decided to drop out, and he even considered becoming a lineman for an electrical power company. I'm sure it would have paid well, but hey, I don't think that's the kind of... He's living a much better life these days, that's for sure. Now, around the same time, he also quit the pizza place and he began working at a Ross discount department store. Now, it was while working there that he kept hearing the same song playing over and over again. They kept using the word infinite, and the lyric, well, it stood out to Kalis as being cool, so he decided to call his YouTube channel Infinite Lists, and he popularized it with top 5 videos.
How's it going, guys? Enjoy or Infinite Lists here. I'm actually changing this channel into a list channel where you can learn about YouTubers and facts about the world.
Now, it wasn't long after making this change that the top 5 luckiest water bottle flips insane trick shots video dropped, and within weeks, well, Kalis, his channel had blown up. Seriously, the kid pulled in something like 4 million views in only 2 weeks. These days, Kalis' channel is primarily composed of reaction videos like funniest live stream fails you will ever see, and try not to be impressed challenge GTA 5, with a very large portion of his content featuring video games of all sorts and sizes. Huh? They only come in one size. What am I saying? With a large portion of his content featuring video games of all sorts. And while the market has lately become somewhat saturated with these types of channels, it's Kalis' editing skills and comedic commentary that separate him from the pack and make him one of the best to ever do it.
Alright, so we got this girl and the guy chilling.
I feel the exact same way, Betty.
Kalis has uploaded new content twice a day all by himself, but he recently expanded his team to keep up with the demand. Now, while he still takes care of the majority of the creative side of things himself, well, he now has a team of editors to help him keep that 2 video a day threshold going and to maintain his schedule. I guess there's no more sleeping in. By 2017, he'd even created a second YouTube channel known simply as Kalis, which focused primarily on his gaming content. More recently, Kalis, he has made the name change from Infinite List to simply Infinite, and he also made the move to Los Angeles so he could collaborate with other YouTubers and creators. Now, when I met him, he was actually in Toronto, and then he was heading out to the UK, so I'm not exactly sure where he's staying at the time of this recording. The kid's done a ton of traveling for someone his age. Good for him. Now, as he continues to blow up, well, everything keeps turning up roses for young Kalis. I mean, besides having 3 kidney stones over the past 3 years, well, everything's been just on the up. Now, he also began dating fellow YouTube star Kira Bridget, and when the two announced that they were seeing each other, they did it through a combination of YouTube videos and Instagram posts, so of course their fans, they ate it up.
I first met you at the Airbnb in UK in Manchester.
And I was like, Mr. List.
And I thought you were really nice.
Really?
Yeah, I thought you were
Wow.
nice. You were funny too.
Thank you.
Pretty. You're pretty. Pretty funny.
Now, in terms of his goals for the future, well, Kalis, he hopes to make even more YouTube channels and acquire more team members for his brand to help him with the day-to-day of his operation. Now, after that, he's got his eyes set on a multi-million-dollar home in Las Vegas that he plans on buying next year. So send me an invite, I'd love to come party. Now, as you can see, the future, it's wide open for this young man, but he's all aware of just how lucky he is. In fact, he told the Spokesman Review, "It's crazy to me because growing up, I watched all these YouTubers and I never thought ever that I could reach even 100,000 subscribers. I really can't explain how cool it is. I love what I do. It's a dream job." Now, having met Kalis face to face, he's an absolute beauty, a sweet kid, super talented, super entertaining, so he deserves all that success. Alright guys, we're gonna wrap up this video here, but we're looking for suggestions for other YouTubers that we need to feature. I know Dream, he's gonna hit 20 mil before I get that video done, but I'm actually filming it after this one, so stay tuned to that. And yeah, alright, see you guys in another video. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Now, we drop a new video each and every day, so here's a recent drop that you might enjoy. We handpicked that one for you because if you like this video, you'll probably like that. We also got playlists like over here, so click on that if you want to see a whole list of a bunch of videos we've dropped in the past. And if you're new to the Fame Gang, be sure to subscribe and turn on them post notifications, and I'll see you guys in another video. Boom!